Okay, let's find the equivalent resistance between points A and B. First of all, let's understand the meaning of A and B. Okay, the meaning of A and B is the current enters from point A and exits from point B. Now, here are the mixed combinations. Some of the resistances are in series and some of the resistances are in parallel. Now, it becomes quite confusing for the students to identify which combinations are in series and which combinations are in parallel. It's very simple. The current gets divided in the junction. In the junction, current either gets divided or adds up. If the current divides and meet, if the current divide and meet, divide plus meet, if the current divides and meet, then those resistances are in parallel. And if the same current flows through the resistances, those resistances are in series. Okay, the current divides here at this point, and the current through 2 ohm resistance, this 2 ohm resistance and these 2 ohm 6 ohm resistances are same. That means same current flows through these 3 resistances. That's why these 3 resistances are in series. Okay, and this 10 ohm resistance, is in parallel with these 3 resistances, That's why this 10 ohm and 2 to 6 ohm are in parallel. Similarly, it goes for others. Let's see the current dividing. Okay, we can see here clearly the current divides at the junction. The current is dividing here. The same current passes through these 3 resistances, which is represented by black circles. And at this point, the current which gets divided at this point, meet at this point. That's why this 10 ohm resistance, and these three resistances are in parallel. They are in parallel. Okay. Now, same current is flowing through these 3 resistances. That's why their equivalent resistance is 2 ohm plus 2 ohm plus 6 ohm is equal to 10 ohm. Okay, now let's replace these 3 resistances 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 6 ohm by their equivalent resistance 10 ohm. Now, these two 10 ohm resistances are in parallel, and let's replace them by their equivalent resistance. With the help of formula 1 by R equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2, we get equivalent resistances 5 ohm. Now, these 3 ohm, 5 ohm and 6 ohm resistances are in series. Let's replace them by their equivalent resistance, which is 14 ohm. This 14 ohm and 10 ohm resistances are in parallel. Let's replace them by their equivalent resistance 5.83 ohm. Now, these 2 ohm, 5.83 ohm and 2 ohm resistances are in series, and the equivalent resistance is 2 ohm plus 5.83 ohm plus 2 ohm is equal to 9.83